It's me, Make Me back once again with another indie game. Today we're going to go in and check out the 1.0 version of Foundation just released. This is a somewhat more casual survival city builder that I have enjoyed in the past and thought we would check out again with all of the new updates and changes that they've made. You can dive in, create a new game, and build out a town, including designing and building out your own manors and castles and walls and all sorts of cool things. I enjoy it. It's a little more casual than some of the other ones out there, but it does allow for great creativity, which is always good. So we're going to go dive in, see what we like, see what we don't like, maybe give a little more feedback to the devs as well, this 1.0 version that we're going to see for the first time today, and hopefully have a little bit of fun. First thing I'll note for those folks who have seen any of my other videos is I hate tiny UI in this game. It has tiny UI. It's so small. Look at it. It's so tiny. And it's scaled up. That's 150% scale out, but that's okay. We'll figure it out, and hopefully my eyes will not fall out of my head trying to look at it. But let's start a new game. Right, so we get to go into a map here. We have different varieties of maps we can look at. We've got fluvial, we've got hills, we've got a coastal. I think we'll do a coastal. Looks kind of interesting. And you can make some adjustments in terms of the generation of it, how much more ocean we want. Do we want a bay? Yeah, it's kind of nice. Do we want a lake? Yeah, we probably want a lake as well, right? Yeah. Cliffs, hills, slopes. I think this generally looks all right to me. So next we can now select our rules. This is a new feature that they've added for the 1.0. It's going to allow us to select some base setups here for our gameplay. So casual, classic, challenge, or creative. Right now we've got it set for classics. Probably where I'll leave it for this playthrough. And we'll send it through. I can turn off the tutorial. I've played this before, so I expect I'll be able to figure it out as we go along. And then you can customize rules now too. So we have to make folks always happy, invulnerable armies, all sorts of stuff. So you can kind of set it up the way you want. I'm just going to leave everything default and go from there. The next new piece we have now is going to be to select our aspirations. So this is going to be kind of your goal in the initial game. So I can relax and play in my own way. So for players who wish to set their own goals and see where the journey takes them, can aspire to build a prestigious burg for beginners who want to play with taxation and labor workforces. Or I can build a prosperous priory or build a mighty stronghold. Oh, well, we're definitely going to build a mighty stronghold. Come on, right? For experienced players who want to dive into the military side of the game, yeah, let's build a stronghold. So that's going to mean that we need to reach a population of 50 combatants, have 1,000 or more meters of fortified wall, complete a military campaign, host a king at your castle, and splendor for kingdom estate is 500 or more. And restrictions: never build a monastery. Oh, interesting. All right, let's go. Let's describe. So we get the classic build of our flags and our shields here. So we can do a few things to make it look just right. What is this? Little lamb. Get the fleur de lis. Let me see what. I need some sort of animal of some sort, I think, right? Lion, and we're gonna just do a big lion in the middle, and let's see if we can get it into, yeah, kind of channel colors going on now. Perfect. And then we get to choose our village name. We get to choose our particular name and title as well. Let's just get something going. We can always change it later. Greenshire, Coeur d'Alene, Chateau de Bellevue, Ravensford, Falsenheim. Sure, that works. Your name and title: Marguerite, no, Johanna, Albrecht. And choose a title. We only have that, so we're going to leave it at that. And I think we're good to go. So let's start the game. Okay, so here we are in the game. And it is a pretty game. I do enjoy looking at it. So we can move around. You can see there's a lot of forest. We got a nice big area to start in. And the white line denotes kind of the starting area. So one thing you can't really zoom out as much as I might want to, but what we need to do is now choose an initial territory to build in. So this is one of those games where you're gonna grab some land, and then as you expand, you'll be able to purchase additional land. So we want to make sure we have wood and some berries, and some stone for our initial spot here. Some nice little flowers. And a little bit of space as well is going to be important. So, is this the only area? We can't go out this way. This would be a nice spot, but we can't seem to... Oop. Did I just buy that? I think I just bought that. So I guess we're going here. This should be fine, though. Looks like we have just about everything we need here. So that's fine. So now we can build our village center. So we've got rocks and stone over there. I just noticed we have stone in this. Yeah, we have a little bit of stone. Yeah, we're good. We got stone, we got berries, we got trees. So this area is just fine. And we got some space to build out over here later on. So it's a very heavily forested area. So one thing I'll note is they did update the graphical look and feel of this a little bit. So it's a little more, I'm going to say more realistic than it was before. Before it was quite cartoonish. It was very pleasant. But now you can see that they've muted the colors slightly. The color palette is updated a bit, and they've added a little more detail to the environments that wasn't here before. It's the first thing I noticed from my experience from the early access and the demos. Anyways, let's plop down our town center. Let's just throw it down near these flowers over here. We're going to build that out. That's going to give us our initial people, and we founded the hamlet of Felsenheim. Excellent. And we can see our little wide-eyed folks who don't blink and stare at the camera, just staring horrifyingly. All right, so they're off to do whatever we need them to do as soon as we start building and painting and doing all of those good things. If you've played any games like this before, you're going to have the option to go in and tell them where to work. So if we want to, say, get them cutting down trees over here, we can. And we can also determine where they're going to build their first residences. So, for example, we can scroll this up here. And one nice unique thing with this particular game is they will build their own houses. So you don't actually do that in this game. They will go in and, as needed, grab wood and go build their own spots. So first thing we want to do probably is get a builder's workshop in so that we can get some builders. And we'll show you how a few other things affect here. If we need to rotate. How do we rotate? Oh, we're already getting a messenger in. I don't know how to rotate. I know how to rotate that. I don't know how to rotate the building. How does it rotate? How do I rotate? Can I rotate? No? How do I rotate the building? I don't know. I gotta check the controls. Anyways, let's just plop this down over here for now. This time is burning. We plop that down. We can add some folks to there. So we'll add a couple of folks in there. We also have a mission or something over here. A Mighty Stronghold Part 1. So the realm is in turmoil. The first constable takes the lead, a dame appointed by the king to command the royal army. She has her sights set on your village, given its strategic location. Her plan, prepare your village by training and sending out military companies within the area. For the king. All right, sounds good. So we've got this going now, and we are going to start building out everything else we need. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need after the builders is going to be a lumber camp. So let's get a lumber camp down here. So lumber camps and other production facilities will be detrimental to your residents. So you want to keep them away from the residents. So we'll put that over there and get that building. That's going to take up some tools. You can see we have all of our resources up here. So we've got tools and stone and wood, and these will expand as we build out the town. The other really nice thing about this game as well is the way roads are made. So completely grid free, you can build wherever you like, and as people walk through the grass, you're going to see these little paths start to create. So the growing of the village is very organic, and you can see they're already starting to go in and build their own homes over here where I've designated they can build, and they're getting that going as well. What else are we going to need here? We're going to need a stone cutter, which we're going to put over here near the stone cutting. Let's see. Oops. I don't know what happened there. That's good. Throw it down there. Get that built. All right, so those will get us our basic resources for there, and then we're also going to need a way to get food. Yeah, gathering hut. So we've got berries all around this side. Oh, and look at that. As you build out, it's actually going to show you how these houses are going to look as they get built, which is really nice. So we'll throw a berry hut right over here, I think. Looks nice. Get that going. All right, our lumber camp is ready, so we can add some workers here. How many workers do we have available? We see here we've got 10 population, we've got 7 unemployed. So let's throw in 2 folks in here. I like the little portraits that they've added now too. Add a little bit of interest in there. And now we've got some new folks who want to join, so we can click over there and they've now joined our village. Good stuff. So now we have 12 and 8 villagers unemployed. Now they're building up their little houses. We can check out the new art styles and the building mechanics. So they bring everything in themselves and start building it. So I do like the new art style and the details that they added here. And so you can see they're all getting ready to build all their own little homes, which is really nice. They seem to be focused on that a lot more than they're focused on all this other stuff I need them to do, though. So we've got this going. We've got this going now. We can get some folks working in here as well. And then we just need them to finish up over here. Let's add another builder. That might help us get that done a little bit faster, because we are going to need some food relatively soon. The next thing we're going to want to do is set up a village market. So in this game, you will collect resources, but for folks to actually gain access to them, you're going to sell them to them. So they work for you. They get the food, they bring it to the market, and then they sell it to the populace. So if you want to give them food, you need to have a market going. So we're going to get that going as well. So this is where we get into the component building. So some of the buildings are going to have pieces you can build out, and you'll be able to get new pieces as you essentially level up across different factions available in the game. So for now, we've got some limited options here for our market stall, but we're going to start off with a food stall. The market, I believe, helps with folks in terms of how valuable the land is around them. So you want to have that relatively central to your residence. But I think since we've got a bit of a town square going here, we can kind of put it in over here, right? So we can slap that in there. We can add a tent that is going to take up some wood and some cloth, which we have a little bit there. Let's do a green one. And we can throw that on top. And then we can also add signage and things like that. So that's going to increase kind of the general value and the decoration here. You can add a little signpost. Let's add it like over here. And just like that. It's a nice little quaint place. Don't need anything fancy for now. We just need a spot where people can start buying food once we start collecting the food, which we can now do over here. So we'll get that going. We'll fill that in. That leaves us 2 folks left to work. One will be in the market, and then one will be wherever we need them. Probably add them in here for now. So we got our little village going. Look at all the houses popping up. Very nice. One thing I think they've improved on here too, from my memory, is kind of the housing density. So before, the houses, they used to be quite sparse. Like people would build quite a bit of ways from each other, and it was a bit of a nuisance. But it seems like they fixed that. It also looks like they added the option just kind of auto get rock. You used to have to tell them where to get rock and stone from in the gathering items. So down here, it's letting us know that we have a free territory to redeem. So we can own additional territories. So we're probably going to expand in the next little while. Let's make sure we have enough painting done for our wood. We're going to grab basically all of this wood. I think we're just going to mark all of this to be taken down over the next little while. And residential resource removal. Remove all resources in this area. And we can also put forbidden if we want a certain area just to stay nice. So I think, I don't know if we need, yeah, it seems like they're doing that without me marking it, so I'm not going to worry about marking that. All right, so what else we have to build right now? We have a forester camp, which is going to plant trees. I don't think we're going to use that right yet. I think we'll clear this out and we'll build a forester camp a little bit later on. We also have a sawmill. We're going to need one of those very soon. And we have a well, so we definitely want to get a well in. Let's get a well in. Maybe that's outside. Can we like squeeze it in over here, maybe? Because I want it to be impactful once we expand outside of territory. Let's plop it in there and build that out. All right, now we got our market square getting ready. No workers assigned yet, so we will assign Venerio there. Look at him. Yeah, he's all ready to go. And then we can, it's not quite built yet, so we'll be able to assign food to it as well in the moment. I think we got to wait till it to finish up here. But there we go. So we got our little hamlet established, which is nice. I think we can go ahead and grab another territory. So we can either grab here or we can grab this open territory. So I think grabbing the open territory will be better for now. If we grab here, we're going to have to clear all this wood out first. If we go over here, that's a little bit, maybe that's a little bit better. Just in terms of a little bit empty space, a little bit of wood and stone and whatnot. And then we can go back over here when we start building our military. I think we'll go over here with our free one. So we now own 2 territories. And if we want to continue building, we've got to expand. And then they start taxing us on those as well, I believe. So the more you build out, the more expensive it's going to be. So we've got some new recruits. We're going to get them in there as well. And then we are going to say... we're going to paint wood cutting. We're going to start clearing this out as well. Give us some more space. There. Oops. And it says housing inefficient. They haven't built enough houses yet. We don't have enough space for the houses. We'll add some space over here. Hopefully they can get a couple of houses in there. Eventually we'll be able to build over here too. I'm going to build in actually another woodcutter, another lumber camp to work through this. We'll build it over here for now. I don't want it to go too close in here. I want to keep this fresh, but we can always take these down after it's been cleared out. So we'll build that out. And yeah, I think that's a good start. So we've got a couple of folks. We have one villager that's unemployed. They'll be able to go in over here in a second. We have food. We have this coming up as well. Oh yeah, so now we can assign a resource over here. So we're going to assign berries so that this little market here will sell food to folks. And in this game, similar to a lot of other games like Manor Lords and stuff like that, you're going to need to start providing desirable items for each of these houses, and that's how they're going to upgrade on their own. So in this case here, we've got basic requirement, just having residential area, but now we're going to have desirable neighborhood, we're going to have beautification of the area, commoners, and things like that. So you'll be able to upgrade your citizens, and their housing will upgrade accordingly. Same with the density as well. And I think some new things that they've added for the 1.0 is going to be this patrol coverage and this fortification. So as you build out, you'll be able to build walls and troops and things like that, and that will provide security, so they'll feel safer and housing will get more dense. All right, so we got this other woodcutter going over here. We'll get somebody in that one. We actually have 2 people available. Do we not? No. It says we have one more, but I guess that's fine. All right, so while they're building out that, let's look at a few other things down here. So down the bottom, you've got the option to speed up time, as you would anticipate. Up top here, we got our coinage and our coins and our budget, and we can expand that out, see what's going on over there. Resources we talked about already. Villagers we talked about already. You're going to see that there's going to be an immigration component here. So if you're sitting as average, it's going to mean that there's less chance that you're going to get folks in on a regular basis, but they come in usually once a week or so. You have a chance to recruit folks, and so the higher this is, more people will want to come in. You're also going to see progression over here, so we're going to have an option to basically build influence with different factions, like the kingdom, the clergy, or the labor and the people, and those will open up new options for buildings and things like that. So we're going to keep an eye out on that as we build it out. As well, here we're going to have prosperity, so that's going to allow us to upgrade things as well. And over here we have our royal book. So that's just kind of our quests and our requirements here. And then we've got edicts, so we'll be able to add edicts and privileges at a later point. We'll be able to do trades as well, which we need to unlock, and they're going to be able to trade for goods that we need. We're going to have all of our resources, which will expand, our villager tab, our buildings tab. We also have a budget tab, so lots of information and full-on logs here available for us as well. And last over here, we got progression. So basically, this is your technology tree. So we got the common path. So basically anything we build will add prosperity, and then we can use that to buy these things over here. And then we've got the 3 different factions, and each one of those will have some other items that we're going to be able to build. So with this particular playthrough, we're going to be focusing on the kingdoms. We're going to want to try to get all these kingdom things updated so we can get to the Court of Heroes. But we're also going to keep an eye on the common path and the labor and all of that. So right now we do have an option to unlock this for 25 gold, which is our manor house. So that's going to be our house. So we're going to buy that. That's going to allow us to build our manor house, to store gold and do things like that. And then we can also go over here to start opening up some stuff here. We're definitely going to want storage. So let's get the storage now. I don't think we need fishing in the immediate future, as well as a bridge is not going to be super useful. And then we can get a fence. We might as well get that as well. All right, so those cost gold. We need to get to 10 prosperity, I should say, before we can get into these areas. But that's going to allow us to start kind of working on our supply chains. Excellent. So now we got a new building available. It's going to be our manor. And so you're going to see in here, now I have my warehouse. I've got a granary and all sorts of good things here as well. So I think we'll start off with, we'll get a warehouse going. And let's throw it maybe over here. Yeah, oh, well yeah, gotcha. I understand there's a new building. Let me zoom. Wouldn't let me do anything there for a second. All right, so let's throw in a warehouse over here. These will need people to work in them as well to transport items, but we'll get one in just so we can start stacking some stuff up. And let's get a granary in right next to it. You'll also need these for trading, so we'll want to get these built. Amazing. So those will eventually get built over there. And I think in terms of where we'll put our initial manor, probably be maybe up over here in this little clearing, or maybe we try to purchase another piece of land. It's going to cost us 100 gold and be 5 a month. So we got to be careful of our money because we're not making any money yet. We will as soon as they start buying food, though. What we got going on over here? We have your village centers here. Yes, I know that. Let's close this out. Oh, great. So we just got upgraded to a village. So new ruler titles unlocked, Lord and Lady. Excellent. So now that we have that, I don't know why this... Oh, now it's letting me click it. Okay. So advice, collecting taxes. The villagers were concerned they might not have enough coins to develop a prosperous village. After much deliberation, they decided to build a tax office and contribute by sharing some of their earnings through a house tax. Every villager will contribute to the community. Yes, please. I will take your money. Build a castle, build a manor house, and tax offices. So that's going to be our next kind of major thing. We just got to figure out where we want to build it, and do we want to expand out here first? We do have to be a little bit cautious about that, but I think that's probably what we'll do. We'll take the risk here. We're going to buy this territory. That gives us just a lot more space to build. We need more residential space because they're not really... They got one little house building over there, but we really need some more residential space. So we'll say, hey, you guys can build all through there. That should give you guys enough space for houses for now, and we'll build a manor maybe up in this little location over here. Good stuff. So everything's building out quite nicely, quite a little quaint little village. Got some storage and whatnot building out there. We've got some more folks coming in that we recruit, but I think this is a good start for now, and we'll catch up with the village in another episode. So thanks as always for watching. Make sure to comment down below if you haven't tried this game. I would suggest to check it out. It's available now in the 1.0 on Steam, so go in there and check it out. It's had a lot of work to it. So if you checked it out previously and weren't quite sure about it, give it another chance now. They've done a lot of updates, I can tell you, from the time when I first tried this one out. So definitely some value if you like these more quaint city builders that are gridless and a little more open world to allow you to kind of build out as you see fit. And we'll get into the more significant building mechanics in the next episode you can check out. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hey, it's me, making it back from that video you just watched. If you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe, and here's some more videos you might like. Thanks for watching.